have already seen how this period of Renaissance impacted the thought behind the new age of art as well, right? So it was not only the field of art, but also the field of architecture and sculptures that we see a changed thought coming in. Now, in architecture, it is observed that a new pattern of cross floor, so the floor would have a cross plan, which was visible in various churches and various chapels. We also see that this new age brought the ideas of columns, domes and arches that were ideally placed so that they could decorate the entire structure. Now, this entire aspect was an inspiration drawn from the old Roman churches. Do you remember which is still the most efficiently made church that is still breathtaking and showcases an amount of intricate architecture? It is the St. Peter's Basilica that was made by Michelangelo and Donato Bramante in Rome. So now, as we already know that, these Roman cities did not really have a sort of culture of their own, right? It was, of course, the Roman Empire was spread in an extensive manner, but they did not have a specific culture of their own. So they took to all cultures, and we could see that there was a amalgamation of various cultures, and we also see an inter-regional art developing. So the art, architecture or sculptures represented various cultures and various styles. As we can see, the Cathedral of Pienza demonstrates one of the first facades. So it is a sort of roof that is structured in a chapel. And here we have the St. Peter's Basilica, which is the foundational piece of Renaissance architecture. So all these sort of cultures which were intermixing because of the various causes, as we have discussed, we could see that there was also a mixture of Islamic cultures with the European cultures, right? So for example, in the Duomo of Florence, right, we can see that there is a pattern that these structures take. So this Duomo is the first example of a true dome, which is seen in the Florence Cathedral. And here we can see the various columns as they have evolved. So first it was a simple column, right? After that it became striped. After that it was far more ornamented. Okay, so slowly they evolved from this to the final sort of Roman columns that we see. So it was like we discussed, not only architecture which saw advancements, right? People were now taking more interest in making sculptures, and sculptures were now being made independent of any architectural building. So independent sculptures were being made, and these sculptures were made because there was an increased patronage of the sculptors, right? So like we have seen that during the high Renaissance art phase, these painters were being patronized by families like the Medicis. So these sculptors also gained patronage, and that was a marker in this period. Now, this period was also marked by public sculptures, which became an important element in the rise of historic city centers. Thus, we can understand that these public sculptures and artistic, structures
were not attached to any monument. Like if we take an example here of the gates of paradise, which shows the Florence baptistry. This is Ghiberti's gates, which depicted scenes from the Old Testament. As you can see that this gate is not particularly attached to a monument, and it shows here in the boxes various scenes from the Old Testament. So we have seen that art and architecture ultimately, many a times represented various religious scenes, and their depiction was also important at this point of time.
So then, as we were discussing, that public sculptures were becoming, more and more important, and they were independent sculptures. So one of the famous sculptors of this period was Donatello. And the structure that you can see is the bronze David that was sculpted by him around 1430 to 32. This is located at the Bargello Palace and Museum. So just like we discussed about Michelangelo and artists being patronized by the wealthy family of Medicis, Donatello was also patronized by the Medicis. And this particular bronze structure, the bronze David, shows the production of sculpture independent of architecture. So let's take a look at some more famous sculptures. So this one is painted by Gian Lorenzo Bernini. So this is located in Santa Maria della Vittoria in Rome. And this, of course, is the famous sculpture of the Pieta, located in St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City, and is sculpted by Michelangelo. Now, can you tell me who sculpted the Pieta, which is located in the St. Basilica's church? Was it Bernini, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, or Donatello? That's right, it was Michelangelo. So here we can see a sculpture of Hercules and Cacus, and the sculptor is Bartolomeo Bandinelli. So here we can see the sculpture of Moses made by Michelangelo. Thus we saw how the new ideas and thoughts of this period of Renaissance impacted greatly the art and architecture, as well as the making of the sculptures in this period, right? The changes in the pattern of columns to domes to public sculptures independent of any sort of architecture was brought in this very period. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. You can also register for free at DeltaStep.com or download the DeltaStep app to get access to all our 5,000 plus amazing videos as per your school syllabus. Master each topic with our adaptive practice technology, get million plus questions with step-by-step solutions and unlimited mock tests. Get all your doubts resolved instantly, learn via games, and win amazing prizes like PlayStations and iPads. So at DeltaStep, learning is not just fun and easy, it is rewarding too. So register for free now.